Hey everyone, welcome back to Her Wealthy Way. If you're new here, hey girl, welcome. And if you're returning subby, on this channel we talk about everything trading, women empowerment and finances. So let's get straight into the video. So today in this video we'll be talking about how to master trading psychology. So let me be real with you. Trading psychology is the difference between blowing accounts and staying consistent, basically being a consistent trader. Let me put profitable on there. So being a profitable, consistent trader. So most traders do know how to spot their setup. That's the easy part. But when it comes down to managing your emotions and sticking to your strategy to prevent blowing your account, that's where it gets a little bit tricky. And that's where they're into the cycle of failing over and over and over again. So in this video I'll be talking about how to master trading psychology, how to control your emotions, and finally how you can trade with discipline. And if you ever hesitating on winning a trade or catching up your losses by revenge trading, this video is definitely for you as well. So this is the first point I want to touch on. Why does trading feel so hard? And it's your brain. It's literally not the markets. I promise you it's all up here in your brain, not the markets. The markets is not out to get you. I'm sorry to break it to you. It's literally just all psychology. So let's dive a little deeper into that. So let's just put one thing out there. Trading is simple, but it's not easy. There's a difference between the two. Why, you may ask? Literally, our brains are wired to make emotional decisions. No way around it. It's literally wired to make emotional decisions. When it comes down to fear of greed, which is also known as FOMO, fear of missing out, these things are all built naturally in the human psychology, and guess what? The market preys on that. It preys on it. So I kind of just wanted to outline some emotional phrases or just some emotional feelings you'll probably be going through as a trader while you're in the markets. Obviously trading a real account opposed to a demo account. The first one is fear of losing. You're gonna close your trades early because you fear losing. So you try to prevent losses by closing the trade early. Yeah, so you close the trade early, trying to prevent any losses instead of just letting the trade play out. Revenge trading, we all know this one. You lose a trade, you jump back into the markets trying to rekindle those losses, and it just ends up being an ongoing cycle that never ends well. So the next point is overtrading. You see setups that don't actually align with your set strategy, and they tend to still take them just to feel like you're doing something. And the last point is FOMO. You see price moving too quickly where you ideally want it to get in, price there passes that point or goes way too below it, and you still get in and you end up getting stopped out. So these are some of the emotional challenges that our psychological or our mind goes through when it comes to trading, being in the markets. Even sometimes having a set plan, wanting to stick to it. The market, it does stuff to you psychologically and you end up missing out. So the keys to trading isn't just knowing all about the technicals. It's also about knowing how to reprogram your mind, knowing how to avoid those emotional outbursts in the market of just acting off of impulse and emotions, just reprogramming your mind, and as I always say, literally acting like a robot, thinking like a robot, moving like a robot, executing your trades like a robot. And I'm gonna walk you guys through how to reprogram your mind and just have a winning mindset to become a consistent, profitable trader. Here's how you can train your mind to think like a profitable trader. Step one, you need to detach from money. Detach from money. If you're gonna purchase a funded account, just know that that money is gone. Detach from the money. Don't have this set expectation. Don't plan what you're gonna do with the money in advance. Fully detach from the money. Just know that you're investing this money into potentially getting a funded account. Just fully detach from the money and look at the bigger picture. If you're investing money into a live account, detach from the money. Don't be planning what you're gonna do with the funds after making a couple trades, flipping $100 to $2,000. Don't plan what you're gonna do with that money after. Just fully detach from the money, stick to your trades, execute it, That's the way to go. So yes, on the logical side, detaching from the money is thinking with probabilities. Profitable traders don't focus on winning or losing. They essentially focus on the edge, the strategy. That should be the main focus. Each day, ask yourself, am I following risk management? Am I following my trading strategy to a T? Am I detaching myself from the money? Am I detaching my emotions from the money? If your strategy has a 60% win rate over time, you win. But if you panic every single time it lasts that other 40%, you're not gonna let the strategy fully play out how it needs to play out, and it's just gonna end up keeping you in that constant, as I said earlier, just always repeating the bad mistakes over and over again and just staying in that cycle. So we're gonna reprogram our mind, and we're not gonna get attached to the money. We're gonna stick to our strategy and execute the trade when our trade shows up. Another way to think about this to really ease your mind is one trade is literally just 1 out of 1,000. It's easier said than done, but just look at it this way. You have other trading days, you're gonna have better trading days. Stop attaching so much emotion to just one trade. Just look at the bigger picture. One trade, and the bigger scope is 1,000 trades. Stop having emotional connections to just one trade. Just let it go. So we're gonna step into step 2. Set a daily limit of what your risk tolerance aligns with. Are you okay with losing 10%? Are you okay with losing 0.5% of your account each day? 0.3, 1%, 2%? It's up to you, but set that and stick with it. These rules you're setting in place is here to literally save you from blowing your account, not to hinder you. It's here to literally help you to grow, not to hinder your growth. Yes, so overtrading is the fastest way to blow your account. It takes 10 trades. You doing 10 trades consistently in a day, that's not trading, that's basically gambling. So we're not gambling over here, we're trading. So just set a limit, set amount of trades you want to execute throughout the day, aligning with the percentage of how much you want to risk each day, and stick to it. Once you reach that, you're done. Have a pre-trading checklist. You can do this in the notes on your iPhone. You could write it out on a set piece of paper that you have on your desk when you're about to trade, and always just check off each box, ensuring that you're really following your trading checklist, to really ensure that you're in the right lines, you're following your strategy, to really put you at the furthest step to be successful in this trading industry and within your own journey. So here's some specific stuff you could include on that checklist. Before entering a trade, ask yourself, does this completely align with my strategy? So if you're trading breakouts and you need that retest, and smaller time frames, and you see a breakout and a resistance area and there was no retest, that does not align with your strategy. You need everything to align to the T. If you're looking for a retest, a breakout happened on the hour, and you always need a retest on the 5-minute chart, and you're only seeing a retest and the 1-minute chart, does not align with your strategy. You need everything to align to the T. If you need that retest and the M5 and it's happening on the M1, so be very keen and very strict with yourself when it comes down to this stuff. So you could use TradeZilla to track your emotional mistakes. My journey with TradeZilla has literally, it's gotten better literally within a couple months because of TradeZilla. When it comes down to the emotional aspect of my trading journey, really just journal and figure out what led you to missing out on a trade or losing a trade. You'll never succeed, you'll never improve. So once you build up a journaling history with TradeZilla, you'll be able to see patterns in your trading. So the data doesn't lie. Reviewing your trades is how you fix mistakes. The best traders follow routines to the T. They don't just hop in the markets and don't know what they're gonna do for the day, don't know what setups they're gonna take. They're very strategic, and this is what sets apart profitable, consistent traders to rookie, like gamblers, I would call it. So let me provide you guys with some steps you can follow before entering the market. So you could check the news. I like to use Forex Factory and investing.com. I like to see if there are any high or mid impact news, because as I mentioned before, if you guys don't know, I'm strictly a fundamental trader, so this is essential to me. A lot of times I like to check this on Sunday, and I write down in my little schedule what news events are happening, because I do trade news events. So this is crucial when it comes on to my pre-rundown prior to getting into the market. So prior to getting into the trade, I review the market conditions and really just ensure that it aligns. I have, with the TradeZilla, there's a note section. I literally have my strategy written out to the T. And before I get into a trade, I really just ensure that this aligns with my strategy. Everything aligns to the T. By now, I've been trading my strategy for a while, so I'm able to kind of do it off the top of my head. But even sometimes when it comes down to final detail, I do proceed and go to my notes and really just double check to ensure that this aligns with my strategy. You want to also confirm when you mark up your little on Trading View. I like to use Trading View to mark up my setups, and then sometimes I would still use Trade Locker, but either way, Trading View, Trade Locker, you want to put a little short or long markup spot trading, or like, I don't know how to explain it, but I'll insert it here, and really just ensure that your stop loss and TP aligns. Like risk to reward, are you like a 1 to 2 type of risk to reward person, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5? Just really ensure that that aligns with the setup as well. So me personally, it depends on the strategy I'm trading, because I do have quite a good amount of strategies, but with each strategy I have a set stop loss and take profit, which I like to stick to. So it's pretty easy for me. It does differ, as I say, when it comes to the day or the week and the strategy I'm trading, but it makes it easier for me. And also when it comes down to the percentage I risk on my account, it's always the same. Obviously, as I said, different strategies, different accounts. But say for instance, if I'm trading NFP, I have all the strategies I do for NFP, I risk the same amount of money, and I have the same, I would say the same stop loss. TP varies, but I have a range. Even if it's not set, I have a range when it comes down to the amount of points, pips, whatever you want to call it. You know, I have a range, so I have an estimate of what I'm looking for. And I've been able to gain this estimate by backtesting. When I say I backtest like crazy to get these low numbers, and it works. So yeah, this is the most important part. Before you enter your trade, breathe. If you're following everything to the T, marks off, understand sometimes you're gonna get a little, you know, little butterflies in your stomach. There's no need to second guess yourself, and there's no need to be nervous. Just execute that trade and let it play out. So just breathe. You know, sometimes when I'm trading like NFP, CPI, them type of news events, them type of trades, I get nervous. I get nervous up to this day. That confidence in me knowing that I'm following my trading strategy to a T brings me like confidence. Breathe, take a deep breath. Now, once you enter, your job is done. Once you enter, your job is done. So what I like to do, I like to write down my exact mindset before I go into the trade. I put it in a little text box on my trading view screen. I write down my exact mindset. I write down exactly what I want to execute with each trade, and I should have no issues because it's right there in front of my eyes. If you leave it in your head, sometimes you can, you know, get sidetracked. But having it directly and your chart in front of you, it puts you at a higher risk of actually sticking to it and executing it the way you say you want it to execute it. So let's talk about some post-trading regimens. So even if I win, I always still journal and backtest. Did I follow my strategy to a T? Was it like a lock or buck up trade? I got to still journal after a winning trade. And obviously after a losing trade, I journal my emotions, really step back and reflect, why did I lose this trade? Did I miss out something on my strategy? Was it market conditions that really like turned my trade into a losing trade, and really based on my backtesting it should have been a winning trade? These type of stuff will help you to really refine your strategy and just refine your whole regimen to be a profitable, successful trader. Yeah, did I make a mistake genuinely, or is it just part of the game? Because losing is a part of the game. Even sometimes They think your strategy is supposed to win. It's just the market. You don't feel bad for nobody. The market's gonna market at the end of the day. So I like to take that into account as well when I'm journaling my trades. No trade should ever feel personal, because at the end of the day, what we said, the market gonna be marketing and it's nothing personal. If you follow your exact rules, emotions won't control you. Losses are a part of the game, but how you react to them determines how you finish the game, determines everything. If you're in a losing streak, just step away from the market, step away from the charts if you need a couple hours, a couple days, because nothing good comes from a losing streak. Just give yourself some time to regroup your thoughts, because the worst thing you could do is tap back into that emotional trading mindset, because that will lead to you blowing your account. So just take some time, step away from the market, and give yourself some time and some grace. When you're going through a losing streak, and it does happen, you're gonna experience it through your trading journey. Here are some tips that you can use to positively come back a losing streak. So when you go back to your trading journal, you want to see if these losing trades were just bad probabilities, or they were just simply trades that you took that were not aligning with your trading strategy, or they're just simply bad trades. So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. If your strategy is solid, stick to it and don't switch up regardless of market conditions. Do not switch up because of a couple of losing trades. That's the worst decision you could ever make. You want to switch your focus to the long game instead of just viewing everything day to day. Think of it long term. One bad day or week does not define your entire trading career. Don't put yourself down just because of a losing streak. That doesn't define your growth. That doesn't define your trading career. That doesn't define anything. It's just simply a losing streak, and you will get over it. Remember, good traders, like real professional traders that been in the game for 10+ years, they have bad days as well. They lose money as well, and they're even losing more money than us, because obviously they're trading with more capital. So just think of it in that way. Most people quit after a few losses, but the ones that stick through it are the ones that come out successful. They're the ones that make it through. So don't be part of that 99% who quit trading after a couple losses. Be a part of that 1% who actually sees it through to reap the benefits. So the truth is that trading is literally 90% mindset and just 10% trading, like technicals, chart work, so forth. If you can master the market, you can definitely master your emotions, no doubt. So I wanna know what's the biggest struggle you guys face when it comes down to trading psychology. Drop it down in the comments below and let's talk about it down there. If you are serious about leveling up your trading journey, definitely click the like button and the subscribe button, because I'll definitely be dropping more videos with gems like these in the future. So go ahead and do that so you don't miss a video, you don't miss out on all the information that you need to know to really up your game when it comes down to trading, finances, and women empowerment. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it for you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.